Okay, just a quick video here to show some different papers I just purchased yesterday at a store called Kelly Paper. They are online at kellypaper.com, but they also have a series of stores here. I think in the West. I'm not quite sure if they have New Mexico, but I think Arizona and the West Coast, California, and Pacific Northwest, I believe. But anyways, I go into the local branches and always have here in the Southern California area where I've been living, and it's really just really fun to explore. Early on, they used to be just mainly for trade, just supplying the printing industry. You could buy things by the ream, but they have these smaller packages these days for more of a retail purpose. Anyways, I went and picked up a lot of, or a couple packs of these folded cards. It has this, it's an A7 size, and it has that pre-creased, and I don't know, for me, it just, anything that makes things easier for me is better, so this is just a color called Snow Cone. I thought I'd have something just white. Usually I'm going dark, but sometimes I'm finding that if it's a really super dark card, I don't want black in the background. I often do several mattes, I don't know, in this one there's only one, but because there wasn't too much room, but I like to put these mats around it, but I don't know. It was time for me to pick up something white, and I don't know, that was a really nice color. There's so many different versions of white, but this one's just more of just a plain neutral one. I picked up this one color called Lunch Bag, and it was a folded card, and I like that one so much that I thought I wanted to have just some plain paper in that same color, for doing some matting. I think, if I did like a little tile like that, and used this as one of the mats, it would look really good. So I don't know, we'll have to play around with it. Same thing with the black. I could never have enough black paper. I use it for, a lot of different matting, especially on a lighter color scheme, or I don't know, like the third mat or something like that to really set something off. And that one's Black Bean. And here's green. We're often using greens in scenes, of course. This one's kind of a, I don't know, what is it? Yeah, olive oil. Good name for paper, huh? But anyways, these folding cards are really great. Now, the thing that I always find, and I didn't realize this for years, but when I look back at a lot of the paper that I picked up, a lot of them were of that kind of iridescent type, like the Star Dream papers and whatnot. But I saw this one right here. This one's by CTI, and CTI is also the company that makes Chrome Coat, the clay coated glossy paper stock that we use in rubber stamping. But they're also making, I don't know, all these different types of papers like this. This one's in this bag here, but yeah, I don't even know if you'll be able to pick it up on the camera or not, but I love that kind of that iridescent type of paper for some reason. It really captures my eye, and I'm kind of a kinesthetic person, so I like, I don't know, that shimmer to that paper. See that right there? How great it is. This one's, I don't know what color this is, unless, yeah, I guess it's called bear grass. I don't know, is that it? I don't know, that's what it says right there. This one's silver or bear grass paper. Anyway, I like that color, but I'd probably use it for the same purposes, as far as matting goes. But it occurs to me that I should stamp something on here. I did something on the Star Dream paper a few years ago, and I've done the scene a few times since then. But it has kind of this resistance to the ink, so it makes it easy to kind of spread it around, and I like that type of look, so I'd probably put some sort of background on here and stamp over the top of it. And it didn't resist it enough to, where you couldn't get a good image, but I wouldn't want to stamp an image down there and start toning in right away, because I think it would smear. But I don't know. We'll have to see how it works out as far as an experiment goes. Same type of thing by CT. I was surprised that Chrome Coat and all these CTI papers are from Italy. So all these, we used to have all these more domestic mills around, and I think Chrome Coat used to be made in Cincinnati, I was told. I think that's where it was, but I don't know, I guess it's just they couldn't get everything up to code as far as the manufacturing process, so it's, we're getting a lot of our cardstocks from overseas now. Snow Willow, this one's beautiful. I don't know how it looks on camera here, but it's kind of got this little violet tinge to it. I love that color. So that right here, let me get it out of the glare, but look at it. Here's white next to it. Just look at that subtlety, but that shimmer to it. Make a great matting around something, or just, I don't know, I like how it captures that light. The Aspire Metallics. Alright, now this is a paper right here you got to see. I should have written down the name, but I didn't even buy this. Isn't this crazy? Oh my gosh. I saw it there, and I looked at it, but I didn't want to buy a whole, ream of it. It's kind of expensive. I think it was like $30 a ream, but they gave it to me, gave me a couple free samples over there. They're so awesome. But I should have written down the name of this one, but the manager that I was talking to and asking him about the history of, or the recent history of glossy cardstock, so I know what to tell people when they ask me about it. She goes, "Oh, did you see that one paper?" And I said, "Oh, that one on the bottom," and surely enough, that's it. But let me see, if you kind of look at it like that, okay, you can't see all those different colors. Now, if I'm just looking at this without the light shining it, it just looks silver. But, I mean, look at that when the light hits it. And I have a couple of these. What you're seeing reflected are my lamps in here, but, oh my gosh, this is an amazing... It has to be in the coating somehow. I don't know, I can see it. It has this surface on it. But then there's a clear coat over the top of it, so it feels perfectly smooth. But I don't know. Don't ask me if I'm going to stamp something on it. I don't know. Just stamping a scene over it in black, I guess, or something like that. But I'll have to think of some kind of application for it. We could mat something with it, but my gosh, I don't know. I don't want to cover it, because it just looks so awesome. In the 70s, you could have put that, something like this at the center of those, like those God's eyes that people used to make, and it would be, crazy. But anyway, this is a really fun paper. I wish I had the name for it. I didn't write it down. I was just checking out, and she goes, "Oh, by the way, do you want, did you see this?" And I said, "Yeah, but I don't want to buy a ream." And she just says, I'll give you a couple of these samples." So, but I don't know. It's probably one of the craziest papers I've seen. I've had these other ones that are really dimensional, but they're more of like plastic sheets. But this is like, paper. So I don't know. Really fun stuff. And oh, look at that when you kind of bend it around. Oh yeah, there it goes. See that? So I don't know. I'm sure a lot of you, or most of you, would have a much better idea of what to do with this type of thing than I do, but I'll try to figure something out at some point in time. I don't know. It leaves a lot of fingerprints on it, I just touch it and it's like fingerprinted, but I don't know, who cares, look at that. Anyway, kellypaper.com, it's a really fun store to go to, especially if you're in the Southern California area and you can go in there in person, but a lot of the papers in there by the ream and whatnot. If you want to look online, you can check out their website. So anyway, thanks for watching, and keep on stamping.